Hey guys, Miss Watson here. Here to do your homework review for 9.1 to 9.5. So, thank you to the 12 people that responded to the survey. Looking like quite a few that we need to go over, which is fine. I'm also going to post the worked out key, so you have that as well. Here we go. One, two are both good. Three and four were both arithmetic sequences. I'm going to go over three. Um, and then 5 and 6 were both geometric. I'm going to go over 6. 7 and 8, I think we'll be okay on. Um, I'll post the keys, so make sure you look at those if you had problems with those. 10, I'm going to go over, just to not have enough blue on that one. 11 looks okay. I will go over 12. Um, Actually, maybe I'll go over 12 and 13. Um, and 14 looks slightly better. So I don't, unfortunately, I'm not going to go over all of them that are looking like we can use some help, but please do check the worked out answer key. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Here were our questions at the bottom. All right, let me flip over and let's get to it. So the first one was number 3. So it says find the missing terms of the arithmetic sequence. A couple ways to do this. But one including kind of like trial and error a little bit. But if you want to do it more of a formulaic way, um, what you can do is use the two numbers that you are given, which is 2 and 14. Okay, and so I'm going to say, first off, here's the formula that we use for arithmetic. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus quantity n minus 1 times d. So a sub n, let's call this a sub n 14. So we're going to do 14 equals a sub 1. Use 2 as your a sub 1 because that's what we know so far. So 2 plus, and then think of it as this is 1, a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4. So 4 minus 1 times d. That's what we're solving for. So actually, let me replace a sub 1 with the 2. That's what I said. I just didn't write it. Okay, so we're kind of ignoring, um, we're a little bit ignoring this for right now. Okay, just because by doing so, we're going to be able to figure out what D is. All right, so work this out, and you're going to get 2 plus 3D. So 12 is equal to 3D. So D is equal to 4. Okay, if D is equal to 4, now you can go back and fill in those blanks. Right? So D is positive 4, so 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. It works. And then go the other way. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Okay? All right. Let's look at 6. So now we're dealing with geometric sequence. So this one is definitely tougher. Couple ways to do this. First off, let's remember what a geometric sequence looks like. Okay, geometric is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. All right, now what are we solving for? We're solving for a sub 1 and r. All right, and we're given a sub 9 and a sub 12. Okay, so um, it might help if you think of it like this. If this is a sub 9, this is 6, 7. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a sub 9. Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 162, right? So this is A9, A10, A11, A12. Okay. Um, and so that's what's going to help you figure out what R is, right? I like to think of it as um, I take 6, I multiply it by r to get a sub 10. I multiply a sub 10 by r to get a sub 11. I multiply a sub 11 by r to get a sub 12. Okay, and so really what I'm doing is I'm saying 6 times r times r times r is equal to 162. right? And I'm actually using the formula here, right? I'm using the same thing here. 162 is equal to a sub 1, which is 6, times r to the what? Um, 162 would be the fourth term after 6, so 4 minus 1 is 3. So it's really 6r to the third equal 162. Go and solve that, divide both sides by 6. You get r to the third is equal to 27, so r is equal to 3. Now that we have r, now we can go and figure out a sub 1. So now we go back up here and we say, well, a sub n, so let's use 6. 6 is equal to a sub 1 times 3 to the, and then what value is 6? 6 is a sub 9, so 9 minus 1. So 6 is equal to a sub 1 times 3 to the 8th. So a sub 1 is equal to 6 divided by 3 to the 8th, which as a fraction is 2 over 2187. Okay, that is a little bit tougher problem. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at 10. Okay, 10 says find the sum. You have to first decide if it's arithmetic or geometric. And to do that, you look at I just always look at the second term and compare it to the previous term, and then do the same thing for the third term and compare it to the previous term. This one is geometric. And r is equal to -2, right? So to get to each term, I'm multiplying by -2. Okay, so a couple things. To find the sum, let's just write the formula over here. So we know what we need. So S of n is equal to a sub 1 times 1 minus r to the n, all divided by 1 minus r. All right, so we know what r is. We know what a sub 1 is. We don't know what n is. We need to know how many terms there are. Okay, so this is going to be solved for n. All right, and for geometric, again, our arithmetic sequence looks like this. Okay, and then let's use what we're given. 8192 is equal to a sub 1, which is 2. So I'm using these two numbers. Okay, times r, which is -2, to the n minus 1. Divide both sides by 2, you get 4096 is equal to -2 to the n minus 1. Okay, 4096 is the same as -2 to the 12th. That is a little guess and check. All right, you can do logs. You can do log base 2 of 496. And I just changed it to a +2 because I know that a -2 won't work as my base. But if I do log, if you take out your calculator, remember logs, guys. You do log base 2 of 4096. Oops. 4096, you're going to get 12. So -2 to the 12th is equal to -2 to the n minus 1. So remember, if your bases are equal, then the exponents must equal each other. So you can set those two equal. So 12 is equal to n minus 1. So n is equal to 13. Okay, now we can use that for our formula right here. So we're adding up 13 numbers in the sequence. So the sum of 13 is equal to the first term, which is 2, times 1 minus -2, oops, to the power of 13, all over 1 minus -2. Plug that into your calculator. For the numerator, you should get 16386. Denominator, 1 minus -2 is 3. And then divide that out, and you should get 5462. Okay, that's definitely one of the harder problems. All right, the one right below it says find the specified value for the arithmetic series. Okay, so arithmetic series, let's think of what the formula is. S of n is equal to n divided by 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. And so we're solving for a sub 15, which is really a sub n in this case. So what do we know? We know that S of n is 465. We know that n must be 15. So 15 divided by 2 A sub 1 is 3 plus A sub n. Okay, go ahead and work that out. I just divide both sides by 7.5 by 15 over 2, and I get 62 is equal to 3 plus A sub n. So A sub n is equal to 59. And A sub n is A sub 15, right? Because our n in this case is 15. Okay. All right. Last one, number 13. It's a good problem. All right. You have saved $50. Each month you add $10 more to your savings. So it says write an explicit formula to show the amount you have saved after n months. So remember, the explicit formula is what you could use to determine how many months you will save and how much money you would save in, say, month 32 or month 100. All right. And so it looks like this. A sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So A sub n is equal to, we say 50, so that's A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times add $10, that's our d. Oops. Okay, and you could leave it like that. The answer that I gave just simplifies this. So when you simplify it, you should get, oh, I'm sorry, this should be 10. You multiply, distribute out, and simplify, you should get 10n plus 40. Okay, and that's the answer that's on the key. All right, then it says how much money do you save during the 6th month? So now we're going to use the explicit formula that we just figured out, and now we're going to set n equal to 6. So A sub 6 is equal to 10 times 6 plus 40. A sub 6 is equal to 60 plus 40. So our answer here is just 100. Okay, so in month 6, you're putting in $100. All right, and then finally, how much money do you have total? And so this is the key here, total after 10 months. So now we're not looking for what you're depositing into your savings in month 10. We're looking for the total sum in 10 months, after 10 months. Okay, so here's our formula. S of n is equal to n divided by 2 times A sub 1 plus A sub n. So the sum after 10 months is equal to 10 divided by 2 times A sub 1, which was 50, plus A sub n. Well, we actually have to calculate A sub n. So we do that over here. A sub n, again, is A sub 1 plus n. Oh, I'm sorry. We have the formula up there. We're going to use this. A sub n is equal to 10n plus 40. And we're going to find it when n is 10. So plug in 10 for n. You get A sub 10 is equal to 140. That means in month 10, you're putting in $140. So that's what we're going to use right here. Okay, so S of 10 is equal to, and then multiply this out. So it's going to be 5 times 190, and you should get 950. So in total, after 10 months, you'll have $950. All right, guys. Questions down here. Please go over 3 and 10. I think I did both. There's 10 and there's 3. And 10 and 12. I know I did 10 and I did 12. All right, that's all for this video, but please be sure to check out the entire worked out key. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. This is our last homework video. I hope you've enjoyed them. Thanks to the 15 or so of you guys that listen, and good luck on your test today.